Welcome to Hungry News. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas and stuff. Or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate. Personally, I don't really celebrate stuff, but that's okay. I can understand other people and I don't blame them. Celebration is very good and a very positive thing. So, 2012 brought the end of the world. I mean, will bring the end of the world, perhaps, but let's hope not. And brought changes in the system, in system-wide, let's say that. So, as a direct consequence, I'm almost out of business, like many other companies in Hungary, because the taxation system is a bit unjust. I can understand it. I can understand why the government did this. I know that there are bad people in Hungary too, and I know that basically you have to stop them. And along the way, there will be some casualties. Now, is it worth to stop some bad people if you know that they will take down honest and good people with them? So basically, would you sacrifice a little girl in order to, I don't know, catch Osama bin Laden or kill Adolf Hitler or, somebody? So in order to kill bad, would you sacrifice good? And now this is a political question, or this is a kind of social question. And I believe that's why politics or that's our government exists. Because if our country were run by companies, then it would be very inhumane, because if someone was out of a job, then we could kill him or let them die of starvation of something. And this is why government exists, to stop this. Now, in this case, our government doesn't do that. So it's a bit of awkward moment to me. And like I said, I understand why they do this, but I don't approve of it. Or just it, without the off. Okay, let's continue with the topic of the day. The topic of the day is Orbán Viktor. Now, as you know, in Hungary, first we say the first name. No, first we say the last name. Now, yes, and then we say the the first name. So the first is the family name, and it's easier for me to say this. So, for example, I know that Japanese people do this kind of thing, and I don't know what news reporters do with this. I know there are many professionals out in the world, but I'm not, so I can do this. So when I say Orbán Viktor, I really think about that Orbán is the family name, and you should really think about that. And everywhere in the world it's Viktor Orbán, but it's going to be easier for me. I mean, why did I do that? I mean, talking about 2 minutes about names, that's such a thing of mine, and it's distracting. So let's talk about Orbán Viktor. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Orbán Viktor is the Prime Minister of Hungary. Now, there is the some guy over him, but we just really don't care about it. I mean, the president of the president of Hungary, it doesn't really do a thing. So really the highest rank in my eyes is the Prime Minister. So he is the Prime Minister of Hungary for about 1.5 years now. And really, when he gained this power, when he became the prime minister, he said that he has an easy and painless solution. But, you know, it's not really true, but people believed him. And now, well, everything sucks. So, should we blame him? Should we really blame a man who is trying to help? Because I honestly think that he is trying to help. I mean, look at him. He's full of, I don't know, helpfulness. And I can't really hate him, but I think he's really stupid. So, I believe that he is trying his best to help a nation, and he has a 2/3 in a parliament, so he can do that. But I believe that he is really, really stupid. Because he says that all of this, what's happening, is necessary in order to survive, in order to lower the national debt and stuff. But, like I said in the beginning of the video, he does things that contradict this. For example, he said that there are going to be many new jobs. And last week, a bank in Hungary called the Erste Bank, it's a German bank, closed 41 offices of the company and released more than 800 people. So I don't want to say other examples, this is going to be one. Now, and basically, this happens, well, this is happening all in Hungary. So, when he says that there will be new jobs, or there are new jobs, I fail to see them. And this is a problem, because I still believe that he's trying to help. It's just, it doesn't happen. It's not really happening right now. And everybody is really, really angry. Now, I don't really care about politics. I know it seems that I care a great deal because I'm talking about this right now. But really what I'm interested in is the effect on people. So when I go to a supermarket in Hungary, I see really depressed people. I see really angry people. When I look in the news and I see the demonstrations, for example, when the government celebrated a few days ago, when the government celebrated the new constitution of Hungary, if I can say that, well, let's say constitution, there were at least 10,000 people outside shouting that the government should be, well, it should be destroyed and stuff. Now, when I see it, and when everybody sees it in any foreign country, really any foreign country who is, you know, cares a little bit about Hungary, it looks really bad. Now, what this government does is, in my eyes, that it's trying to help. Well, good, but it looks really bad. It is really bad because people are going to be out of jobs and stuff. Like I said, I am almost out of a job. I mean, the government demands so much tax from me that my salary is going to be like this instead of this, and it wasn't really big. before that either. But it's going to be almost nothing. It's going to be less than a minimum wage. Now, luckily I can survive, I don't starve, but this is not really good. This is not, this government is not really for the people, it's for some kind of number, which is called the national debt. And they want to lower this number with any means necessary. And during this, people, citizens, will become the enemy. Because the government's only source is really the tax from the citizens. So what will happen, in my prediction, I know I'm not an expert, but what I think will happen is the following. People will get angrier. The government will demand more money, because I try to pay my taxes, but a lot of people will, well, refuse. I mean, and by refuse I mean they will find some kind of back door. And so the government will demand more money, but will have less money. The government will be angrier of the people, for, because the government will think that we are trying to cheat. It thinks now the same, but it's going to think that we are trying to cheat more and more and more. And it will demand more taxes. People will be less wealthy. People will be more poor, to be exact. People will be more angry. This makes the government more angry or angrier, and this makes the people angrier, and so on. So you get the idea. And basically what I think will happen is that people are going to be fed up with the system, and we have a national celebration this year, like in every year of course, March 15. March 15 was the about more than 200 years ago. On March 15 there was a great revolution in Hungary against the against everything. And March 15 was the source of many of our protests and stuff. And if things get worse, then I think that on March 15, on this great celebration where everybody's, well, kind of outside, this will be a source of a big or a not so big kind of revolution. And what will happen is, will be very bad, because there will be a change in the system. The government will be erased. Elections will be held, but it's going to be at least a half a year process. It's very long. If you have a family, if you have any obligations like a child or something, then half a year with bad salary or with a total bankruptcy of the country, it's unbearable. You're going to be angrier, and it generates a process that is just awful. Well, I hope that things will not get to this at this point, but until that, this is going to be enough for one video. And next I'm really going to talk about what the government did, because, well, frankly, I have nothing else to do. Business is slow again, so that's it. Thank you for listening, and I know I can be very distractive, but every single one of you who watches and gets through the video, I'm really grateful, and I hope that I can show an insight into Hungarian politics and in life in Hungary, and which newspapers don't really show because they don't have the time. Okay, so thank you.